Hey everybody, here's your latest weather update for you. I'm recording this about 9:40 p.m. on, what is today, the 3rd of June, on Thursday. We're going to take a look at summer temperatures for the weekend, then more summer-like pattern next week with some rain chances, and then we also have the longer-term temperature profiles we're expecting through the month of June into early July. So we'll take a look at all of this here coming up for you tonight, but definitely more of a summer-like pattern is moving in. Before I get started though, I get a lot of great pictures from all of our viewers, and Sam SEIVERS always got some good pictures. This was McCormick's Creek State Park today. First of all, if you've never been there, it's a beautiful place over there in Owen County near Spencer. But he sent me a couple pictures because of the rainfall. It was spotty overnight, but obviously over there in that area, some pretty good rain. So you can see what it looks like there with all the water coming down. We did have some 2 to 3 inch rains across the area within the last 24 hours, but all of that rain has now moved out. But thanks to Sam for a beautiful picture over there at McCormick's Creek State Park. Also, if you haven't followed me on Facebook or Twitter, go up there, give me a follow, and I put some random questions on. I have a question on there now about tornadoes in the state of Illinois, and we'll answer that question for you Friday afternoon, so get a chance, check that out. I want to show you the dew point numbers. Generally speaking, 60 or above is kind of humid, below 60 is comfortable, lower the dew point, the drier the air. So we're 60-ish, mid-60s in the south right now. I'm just going to let this play out as we head through Friday and Saturday. Dew point numbers are not going to come down a whole lot, meaning that even on Saturday, it's still going to be a little bit humid. When we're not talking excessive, but dew points in the low to mid 60s, it's going to be warm and it's going to be kind of humid, so it's going to be more of a summer-like pattern as we head for the weekend. The wind will stop this for you the next couple of afternoons. Friday afternoon at 5. Southwest winds, that's the key. We're going to start to warm up. And then as we get you into Saturday during the afternoon at 5, we continue with those south to southwest winds. So the southerly wind's actually going to be here for a while, which is going to allow us to start to warm up. Futurecast next 48 hours, really not much to show. Clear skies for the overnight hours for tonight. Then as we head into the day on Friday, a few clouds bubble up in the afternoon, and then we'll be fine. And then we'll get a few clouds that bubble up Saturday in the afternoon with the heat. But that's it. We're talking some nice summer-like weather as we head for the upcoming weekend. So let's look longer term now. This is our map for Sunday. The key is the big H, the high pressure there in East Kentucky, and then also watch the low pressure in Texas. We're going to be watching both of those. So there's Sunday. Here comes Monday. The high pressure moves a little bit. The low pressure still in South Texas. A lot of rain in South Texas. Now we're into Tuesday. High pressure is still there, but notice we're getting a low pressure lifting north out of Texas into the Plain States. And now as we get into Wednesday, low pressure getting up there across northwest Missouri, that getting close enough now to spread some showers across this area. And then once we get into Thursday, again, the high pressure is pretty much in place, but that low pressure is kind of coming around it, bringing rain chances into the area. I wanted to show you this, which is the chance maybe of some stronger storms. This is what we call the Cape, or basically storm energy. This is next Wednesday. I don't see anything up until then that would be anything big, but these Cape numbers are fairly high. So with the afternoon heating, we could run into a few stronger storms on Wednesday, and now this is on Thursday, again pretty high. So it's not impossible that we may run into a few stronger storms next Wednesday and Thursday in the peak heating of the afternoon with a lot of moisture to work with and pretty warm temperatures as well. This is the European forecast rainfall next 10 days, and remember we're dry now Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this is basically all of next week, and it still shows some pretty good rain, and I think there could be some pretty good rains next week. This is the GFS, still showing 1 inch to 1.5 inches across the area, and now this one is the Canadian, not quite as heavy, but still got the idea, at least some rain next week, and I would lean towards the heavier of these models because there's going to be some tropical moisture coming up into the area. So here's the forecast for the next 7 days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are looking good. Actually, don't have any temperatures on there for some reason, but highs are going to be in the 80s and lows are going to be in the 60s. So that'll give you an idea of the 80s and the 60s for the temperatures. Okay, speaking of temperatures, this is the 6 to 10 day outlook. This is June 9 to June 13. Much of the country above normal. Notice Texas. The reason it's below normal, remember that low pressure sitting down there, cloudy skies, rain, so keeping them cool. Now, when we talk about precipitation, there is that rain, and remember, we're going to get some decent rains here next week. This is June 9 to June 13. But now watch what happens as we get into the little longer term. This is now the 8 to 14 day outlook. Texas stays below normal on the temperatures because of the wet ground and showers. but much of the country is warmer than normal. And as far as precipitation, the above normal starts to shift more in the southeast. So now 8 to 14 days out, June 11 to 17, now we're starting to get into that little bit more of a drier weather pattern in this area as well. So we'll take the rains when we can get them coming up next week, it looks like. Okay, I'm going to end with the European weeklies. We're just going to go week by week. We're going to show you temperatures. This is going to basically back up kind of what we were talking about. This is week 1, which is now through next Friday, the 11th, warm here. This is now the 11th to the 18th of June. You get the idea, warm about everywhere but Texas. This is now the 18th to the 25th. Same idea. Much of the country warm, including us, except Texas again because of all the moisture in the ground. And now this is the 25th of June to the 2nd of July. Again, kind of the same pattern. So you get the idea. It's going to be pretty warm, it looks like, here as we head through the month of June. And parts of Texas and the South Central Plains probably wetter than normal and also going to keep them cool. So get ready. We got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with some nice weather, temperatures in the 80s and some sunshine. Next week, typical summer pattern, warm, afternoon and evening type thunderstorms. Some of those could be heavy, maybe some stronger storms mixed in on Wednesday, Thursday. Something we'll keep an eye on, but definitely some summer weather is headed our way.